මේ තියෙන්නේ Macdonald observatory telescope එක පරණ එක මේක.
Have the capabilities of remote observations. We have telescope operators who run the telescope with the astronomer, and they can
Make
on a Zoom call basically and gather data
107 inches
manner.
ලොකුයි mirror එක.
Now, we have the remote capabilities well in place before the pandemic struck. Now, because of that, we are one of the few observatories in the world that has pretty much lost no research time during the entire pandemic. So that's something we're kind of proud of. So we've been actively doing research during the entire pandemic. Now, the 82-inch telescope, when it opened up in 1939, it was second only to the 100-inch telescope located in Southern California at the Mount Wilson Observatory. I think now it ranks somewhere in the 60-ish or so, 60-ish range or so. The telescope, the 82-inch telescope, it weighs 45 tons, and the mirror weighs about 2 tons. The dome itself is 62 feet in diameter, and three story floors. The bottom floors currently have offices, a small library, storage areas. The top floor, of course, is where the telescope is, and also a small adjacent control room at the top floor of the telescope. Now, some of the smaller telescopes, you can see one of the smaller telescopes in the silver dome back here. That's a 30-inch telescope. That's a 30-inch telescope.
මේක 30 inch telescope එකේ පල්ලෙ තියෙන.
That's a 30-inch telescope, and it's used some quite a bit by Rice University. And they can use that 30-inch telescope remotely. So, okay. So, do you have any questions about the 82-inch telescope before we go down to the overlook area? And I'll give you a nice photo op, and talk about a few more telescopes over there. Then we'll go to the dome at the 107. Any questions about the 82-inch telescope?
Why is it named after Otto?
Otto Struve,
He works with UK, or?
he was actually the first. He was the first director of the observatory, and he was actually directed from Yerkes, University of Chicago. Now, our first Texas-based director was Dr. Harlan J. Smith, and the 107-inch telescope is named in honor of him. So, yeah.
I'm just curious, are those the mountains of Mexico?
Actually, you can't see any mountains from Mexico here today. There is a mountain range, and I can point it out later, that's a few miles north of the border. But on a clear day, they can see the observatories from parts of Mexico. They call them La Montaña con dos Huevos. This means a mountain with 2 eggs. There's another translation I really want to repeat. So. All right, so let's head this way to the overlook area.
What's that?
Are you going to stay here the whole time?
We can follow them, right?
Is that what you want to do?
I don't know. Let's see.
Huh?
It's a real nice telescope, but it doesn't get a whole lot of
Really smaller planet.
Yeah, occasionally. It's the long focal ratio makes it
Yeah.
so anyway. Yeah, so I wanted to let you come over here and have a great photo op here. You can't see the ranch from this area. It's actually behind the Olympia Mountain over here. But you can see off in the distance, there are 2 flat-top mountains. Those are called the Haystack Mountains. The one between them is called Cathedral Mountains. And to the left of the mountain, there's a pointed peak. That's Mitre Peak. You're looking toward Alpine. And into the left of Mitre Peak, there is a jagged-looking mountain range. Look at it closely. And does it look like George Washington lying down?
Yes, it does.
Use your imagination.
Oh,
He slept here?
The face
He
is
slept here, yes.
this foreground mountain here.
Yeah, and he has a big stomach too. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's been out of the field a little.
Right.
time, yeah.
Now to the left of that mountain,
Michael, 36. This is 36 inch, right?
Yes.
This is observatory.
36,
Yeah.
VLBA
I
dish.
didn't know that.
I don't know if they're doing any. I think you can still go back there and look at
36
it.
inch
I don't. They don't
telescope
need
में
a
पड़
cursor
लगे.
as far as I know anymore. But that dish is twice the size of the dish that we have here. So. And that mountain over there, that's Blue Mountain. When you look at Blue Mountain, we can do south. And that was one of the first choices for the observatory, rejected as a higher frequency of cloud cover. And the road is Highway 118 heading to Fort Davis. And a few miles down the road is we're going to water. We have a well, and it's pumped up here, stored in tanks. Each tank can hold about 15,000 gallons of water. Now the white dome down here,
The laser beam hit the mirror at Tranquility Base, reflecting a little of the light back to the telescope about 2.5 seconds later. By measuring how long it took the laser beam to travel to the moon and back, Macdonald Observatory astronomers discovered that the moon wasn't quite where they expected it to be. It was about 131 feet, or 40 meters, further away, almost twice the width of this building. And now we know the moon is moving 1.5 inches, or 3.8 centimeters, more distant from Earth each year, helping to confirm Einstein's general theory of relativity. That was one of the first big triumphs when Macdonald
मैं कहता हूँ हमें telescope पे अतुल्य दी ने telescope पे बनाना है.
Hello, and welcome to the Harlan J. Smith Telescope. When this telescope was dedicated in late 1968, it was the third largest in the world. And 4 decades later, it's still a first-class scientific instrument. In fact, the telescope is used every clear night of the year. Today, it's used to study just about every type of astronomical object, from nearby planets, to stars sprinkled across the galaxy, to other galaxies that are billions of light years away. The telescope started taking shape in 1964. Macdonald Observatory had only one big telescope at the time, the 82-inch, that's next door at the top of Mount Locke. It needed a newer, more modern one to help attract top astronomers and to keep the observatory at the forefront of scientific research. At the same time, NASA was starting to send robotic probes to the planets, and it needed a lot of telescope time to study those worlds in advance. So Harlan Smith, who'd been director of Macdonald for just a year, worked out a deal with the space agency. NASA would pay for a new telescope and its scientific instruments, and the University of Texas would pay for the building. Much of the telescope's time would be devoted to studying the planets and moons of our solar system. The project cost just $5 million and was finished in about 3 years. Like all big modern optical telescopes, this one is a reflecting telescope. And that means that at the bottom of this huge tube is a curved mirror that is 107 inches in diameter. That's almost 9 feet. But as Harlan Smith himself recalled during a talk that he gave several years ago, they hadn't planned on it being that big.
When it came time to build our 107-inch, we were going to build it very, very fast for NASA in order to do more ground-based work on the planets in preparation for space missions. To do that, we wanted to take plans that pre-existed. Therefore, we said, okay, we'll copy the plans of the Kitt Peak 84-inch. So we did. We started designing an 84-inch. Meanwhile, we sent emissaries all over the world to find where we could get the blank quickly enough for the mirror. Germany had a perfected Pirate's blank of 105-inch size in shotworks. So we sold NASA, okay, that exists, we'll buy that here. Let us upgrade the size of the telescope design, which is just barely underway. NASA says, fine, go ahead and up to the 105-inch. So the design was sealed at 105, go right ahead.
මේ තියෙන්නේ අනිත් ටෙලස්කෝප් එක. මේකේ ඉන්චස් ගන්න හරියටම දන්නේ නැහැ. අතලට ගිහලා බලමු කීයක් තියනද කියලා. මෙතන යුනිවර්සිටිස් තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ මේක සම්බන්ධ වෙලා තියෙන ටෙලස්කෝප් එකත් එක්ක සම්බන්ධ වෙලා ඉන්න යුනිවර්සිටිස් තමයි මෙතන දාලා තියෙන්නේ. Indian University is Penn State, Texas. The main university is Texas. The University of Texas, Austin, Texas A&M. Those are the Air Force also. බලමු ඇතුළට ගිහිල්ලා. Yeah, those are the schools, yeah. Okay, let's go inside. I mean, visit the center, right? Oh, in this way? Okay. මේ තියෙන්නේ ටෙලස්කෝප් එක ඇතුළේ තියෙන්නේ. Hey, how are you?
Hi.
How are you?
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, this telescope, how many inches is this telescope? I don't know how many inches it
You know,
is.
I don't know. We just.
That one is
drove in.
107.
Well, it's you gotta add up. We can add it up. It's a bunch of segmented mirrors. Let's go look at it. It's on here.
It's somewhere in here.
Yeah, I'll show you. It's on us. Those you have one.
මේ ටෙලස්කෝප් එක ඇවිල්ලා එක මිරර් එකක් නෙමෙයි. Bunch of mirrors
Yeah, well, total.
together.
Will you take a picture with that?
What's that?
Will you take a picture of you like that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. I'm doing a video. Yeah.
It's 11 meters.
11 meters, right? Oh, okay, hold on.
So there's 91 of these mirrors all over it, right?
Oh, yeah, 90.
But look, 11 meter, 432 inch.
Oh, yeah, that's the biggest one, right? I guess this is the biggest in the world, I guess, right?
I think it was-
Except Atacama.
Maybe. Is it bigger than one in Atacama?
I
know
don't
they're
know.
building a
I
new
don't
one.
remember how many inches in Atacama. Okay, make 11 meters. Mirror. Big guy in the sky.
Hey, when we go back, I need to go into Fort Davis and
Okay.
for a phone signal. I got
no.
voicemails and I can't get access to it.
Yeah. This is the just a
It's one mirror.
one mirror. No, it's not a one mirror, right?
There's 91 of them.
Oh yeah, 91 hour. Okay, like this
Yeah,
stuff,
and you
right?
put like a
Yeah,
puzzle together.
yeah, that's
They
true.
adjust each of these individually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, this is not a parabolic. It's a hyperbolic mirror. I think it's like a weird, unusual shape.
There are 91 mirrors තියෙනවා මේ වගේ 91 mirrors තියෙනවා ඒ ටෙලස්කෝප් එකේ. මේක ආකෘතියක් විතරයි මේ තියෙන්නේ.
That's the mirror right there. You see the mirrors? Right there.
Oh yeah.
See? That's the actual mirror.
Oh, there you go, the mirror.
Yeah, you see
oh,
that?
yeah. On I think mirror I think. It's big.
After the Big Bang, many astronomers felt that the expansion of the universe should decelerate. Galaxies still move visually rapidly, but astronomers
මේ තියෙන secondary mirror එක උඩ තියෙන්නේ. මේකේ එක්ස්පෙරිමන්ට් කරන්න දෙන්නේ යුනිවර්සිටි ඉගෙන ගන්නට විතරයි.
75% of the mass energy
පිටායට දෙන්නේ නැහැ මේක.
upgrade of the telescope was motivated largely to study this extremely important force.
ඕකේ මේ තම අන්තිම ටෙලස්කෝප් එක එවනම් තව වීඩියෝකින් හම්බෙමු. සුබ දවසක්.